Union of Soviet Socialist Republics is a country? No, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, USSR, is not a country. The USSR was a socialist federation that existed from 1922 to 1991. It was composed of multiple republics, including Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and others. The USSR was governed by the Communist Party and had a centrally planned economy. However, following political and economic changes in the late 1980s and early 1990s, the USSR dissolved, and its constituent republics became independent nations. Russia, as the largest and most prominent successor state, is often seen as the legal successor to the USSR. The history of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, USSR, spans from its establishment in 1922 to its dissolution in 1991. 1. Formation and early years. 1922 to 1928, the USSR was formed on December 30, 1922, following the Russian Revolution of 1917 and the subsequent Civil War. The Bolshevik Party, led by Vladimir Lenin, emerged victorious and established a socialist government. The initial years were marked by the consolidation of power, economic reforms, and the implementation of a planned economy. 2. Industrialization and collectivization. 1928 to 1941, under the leadership of Joseph Stalin, the USSR embarked on an ambitious program of industrialization and agricultural collectivization known as the Five-Year Plans. These plans aimed to rapidly modernize the country's economy and make it self-sufficient. However, these policies led to widespread hardships and famine, particularly during the forced collectivization of agriculture. 3. World War II and the Cold War. 1941 to 1953, the USSR played a pivotal role in World War II, initially signing a non-aggression pact with Nazi Germany but eventually becoming one of the Allied powers after Germany invaded the Soviet Union in 1941. The Soviet Union suffered immense human and material losses but ultimately emerged victorious. The post-war period marked the beginning of the Cold War between the USSR and the United States, leading to a divided world and increased tensions between the two superpowers. 4. De-Stalinization and Thaw. 1953 to 1964, after Stalin's death in 1953, a process of de-Stalinization began under the leadership of Nikita Khrushchev. This period saw a relaxation of some of Stalin's repressive policies, the denunciation of Stalin's cult of personality, and the introduction of limited political and cultural reforms. 5. Brezhnev era and stagnation. 1964 to 1982, Leonid Brezhnev took power in 1964 and led the country during a period of political stability but economic stagnation. The Soviet Union maintained its status as a global superpower and engaged in a policy of détente with the United States, characterized by arms control negotiations and reduced tensions. 6. Gorbachev reforms and dissolution. 1985 to 1991. Mikhail Gorbachev became the General Secretary of the Communist Party in 1985 and introduced a series of reforms aimed at revitalizing the Soviet economy and political system. These reforms, known as perestroika, restructuring, and glasnost, openness, inadvertently led to the unraveling of the Soviet Union. Nationalist movements gained momentum in the various republics, leading to the declaration of independence by many of them. In December 1991, the USSR was officially dissolved, and the Commonwealth of Independent States, CIS, was formed, marking the end of the Soviet Union. The history of the USSR is complex and encompasses numerous significant events, political figures, and societal changes. This overview provides a general understanding of its trajectory, but there are many intricacies and details that can be explored in greater depth.